Welcome if you're new. Today, we're diving into a reality that's hitting harder than ever in 2025. For years, we were told that the independent woman, the boss chick, the I don't need a man narrative, was the ultimate goal: freedom, success, and power on her own terms. But now, that image is starting to crack. And behind the filters and slogans lies a harsh truth. Inflation is up, rent is unpayable, food prices are out of control, and many of these so-called boss chicks are barely hanging on. What once looked like power has turned into pressure. What was sold as soft life is now survival mode. This isn't shade, it's reality. The illusion is crashing and the fallout is real. In this video, we're breaking down the myth, the money, and the emotional toll of modern day independence, and why it's time to rethink what true security really looks like. Like, comment, and subscribe, because someone has to tell the truth.
Good news, we got time for the CEO. It's in 40 minutes at the office.
Co-pilot, based on this rollout plan, what questions should we expect?
The crashing reality of modern independence, inflation, rent, food, and the fall of the boss chick illusion. In the past decade, the rise of the independent woman or boss chick has become a cultural phenomenon. Celebrated in music, movies, social media, and popular culture, the modern woman is depicted as empowered, self-sufficient, and thriving without the need for traditional family structures. However, as the cost of living soars, with inflation hitting record highs, rent and food prices becoming unmanageable, and basic life necessities pushing budgets to the edge, many of these so-called boss chicks are beginning to crash under the pressure of a dream sold without a safety net. The economic storm, no one escapes. Inflation has silently strangled the purchasing power of working Americans. While wages have remained mostly stagnant, the cost of living has skyrocketed. Rent prices have doubled in many urban centers. Grocery bills are now rivaling car payments. Utility bills have become burdensome. Gas prices fluctuate unpredictably. For women living paycheck to paycheck, which includes a growing number of middle-class Americans, this isn't just a pinch. It's a full-on financial chokehold. For the independent woman narrative, this economic climate has become a brutal wake-up call. The Instagram image of designer bags, solo vacations, luxury apartments, and boss moves doesn't tell the full story. Beneath the filters and TikTok affirmations, many are facing eviction notices, car repossession, mounting credit card debt, and the growing realization that the promise of self-reliance was ill-prepared for this level of financial hardship. Rent is too damn high. Housing is the largest expense for most people. In cities like Los Angeles, New York, Atlanta, and Houston, rent for a one-bedroom apartment can easily eclipse $2,000 divided by month. That means unless you're making $70,000 or more, your housing eats a majority of your paycheck. This becomes even more severe when factoring in childcare for single mothers, transportation, and rising healthcare costs. The boss chick image of the woman owning her condo or renting a luxury high-rise is now cracking. Many are moving back home with parents, downsizing, or relying on roommates, an ironic reversal of the independence they once championed. Food, from grocery stores to GoFundMe. The cost of food has increased by over 20% in the last few years, according to economic data. Staples like milk, eggs, chicken, and produce are no longer affordable in bulk. Eating out, once a casual lifestyle norm, is now a luxury for many. Even with multiple jobs or side hustles, many independent women are finding it difficult to sustain themselves and their children, if they have any, without assistance. Social media platforms have seen an increase in GoFundMe pages and crowdfunding campaigns from women who once branded themselves as unstoppable. The facade of independence is now giving way to pleas for help, rent, medical bills, food, and emergencies. Life is not a Pinterest board. Independence, as sold by pop culture, was packaged with glamour, success, and freedom, but omitted the loneliness, stress, and exhaustion that come with doing everything alone. The decline in marriages and family support structures has left many women without a stable partner, shared financial responsibilities, or emotional backup. While the original push for independence was rooted in empowerment and resilience, it is now being tested in an economy that doesn't care about slogans or empowerment quotes. The mental health toll is also becoming apparent. Anxiety, depression, and burnout are rampant. The pressure to keep up appearances online while struggling privately has become emotional and psychologically devastating for many. Boss chick culture, a dream sold on credit. The reality is, the boss chick lifestyle was often funded by debt, credit cards, by now pay later apps like Afterpay, car notes, and student loans. Now, as interest rates rise and debt becomes unmanageable, financial collapse is inevitable. The house of cards is falling. What's emerging is a new conversation, one that challenges the wisdom of hyper-independence, glorified single living, and a lack of interdependence. Women need support systems. They need husbands. They need realistic expectations, financial literacy, and honest conversations about the cost of living. The reckoning has begun. Independence, female empowerment. This is a reality check. It's a recognition that cultural movements, while inspirational, must be rooted in economic and social reality.
Edie has affected my confidence. I found him. Diop is easy.
Reality. The inflationary crisis is revealing the gaps in the dream. Many women are now forced to reassess their choices, not just financially, but emotionally and biblically. The solution isn't shame, it's truth. It's about rebuilding families, communities, and partnerships. It's about financial education, realistic lifestyle planning, and the end of chasing viral aesthetics over practical stability. It's about dropping the illusion of invincibility and embracing the truth. No woman is meant to survive life alone. As the economy grows harsher, the message is clear. Real strength is not about doing it all alone, but building with a husband. The future belongs not to the boss chick with the Birkin, but to the grounded woman who builds a life rooted in following the law, statutes, and commandments with a husband. The image of the independent woman was marketed, not built. Over the last 2 decades, media, pop culture, and even self-help circles pushed the image of the modern independent woman as the standard of success. She was glamorized as self-sufficient, career-driven, and emotionally detached from the need for a man or a traditional family. Get the bag, not the man, became the motto. But what wasn't shown was the emotional, financial, and social cost of that independence when it's built on shaky ground. Many women were told they could have it all: career, kids, freedom, and luxury without needing a husband. But in 2025, as economic realities slam down harder than ever, that illusion is collapsing. Rent has skyrocketed. Grocery prices have doubled. Utility bills are overwhelming. The paycheck isn't stretching, and many women are waking up to the truth. Interdependence with structure, planning, and a husband is sustainable. That is the real soft life. The cost of living is destroying the fantasy. The cost of being a boss chick has never been higher. It's not just about paying rent. It's about rent, childcare, car notes, insurance, student loans, personal care, groceries, health expenses, and more, all falling on one set of shoulders. A woman living alone with kids, no husband, and no outside support is often just one unexpected bill away from eviction or disaster. The lifestyle that was once portrayed as empowered is now exposed as survival, dressed up in design. And for many, the realization is hitting hard. Being alone isn't freedom when you're drowning in bills and stress. The emotional burnout is real. Financial stress is only part of the picture. The emotional toll of trying to do it all alone is just as heavy. From waking up early to juggle work and parenting, to managing homes, school schedules, and aging parents, the modern independent woman is burning out. But the culture still demands she smile, post positive quotes, and pretend everything is fine. This emotional labor, compounded by financial strain and social pressure to appear unbothered, is creating a silent crisis. Many women are privately admitting they feel lonely, exhausted, overwhelmed, and unsupported, but they don't know how to say it out loud without appearing weak. Where are the men in this equation? For years, the narrative was clear: you don't need a man. But now, as the financial and emotional weight gets heavier, many women are realizing that dismissing a husband has been a costly mistake. A woman should rely on a man. It's about recognizing that strong, healthy partnerships make life easier, that 2 incomes, 2 minds, and shared responsibilities make a difference, especially in hard times. The problem is, in rejecting men altogether, many women also rejected structure, support, and balance. Now, in the middle of an economic squeeze, they're facing everything alone and starting to question the mindset that got them here. No one talks about the regrets. Behind closed doors, some women are admitting that the boss chick life came with regrets. The pressure to stay independent made them reject good men, avoid commitment, and focus only on financial gain. But now, with rising debt, repossessions, evictions, and empty homes, many are silently asking, was it worth it? Unfortunately, society still shames women who show vulnerability or admit they want help, love, and a husband. So instead, they pretend. They keep up the image while silently falling apart. The collapse is happening loud and quiet. In some cases, the collapse is loud: eviction notices, repossessed cars, food insecurity, or public meltdown. In others, it's quiet, emotional numbness, silent depression, disconnection from others. Either way, the weight is too heavy to carry alone anymore. This is not a call to blame, but a call to wake up. The system is not sustainable. The narrative failed. And if women don't reevaluate their path, more will fall under the pressure of trying to live up to an image that was never real to begin with. Time for a new vision of strength. True strength is not pretending you're fine. It's admitting when you're not. It's having the courage to seek a husband, build family, and stop chasing shallow independence. It's building something real, not just for today's image, but for tomorrow's future. The boss chick dream sold women the idea of control. But what they really need now is connection, balance, and a husband. The soft life isn't about looking good. It's about actually feeling safe and secure. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like and a comment. And if it is your first time on the channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share the video. Until next time.